episode 3898, Living Life Out of Order.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you've had a fabulous holiday weekend and maybe you're coming up for air on this beautiful Monday. Can you believe it? Happy December. Yes, it is. You are in the last month of 2025. So hang on. You're in for a ride. But you know what? It's all about how you're going to lead your life, living life out of order. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and to sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. All right, so December's here, right? So we've got the evenings. And sometimes when we come home, it can just feel like a pressure cooker, right? You scroll through Instagram and see everyone else's lives perfectly arranged. Big wins, festive decor, right? You see their Christmas tree and you're like, why does mine not look like that? And then you're like, oh, they all look so happy. Like, where's the stress? Meanwhile, you're staring down unfinished projects. Your house is a disaster zone. You just have this fatigue that's mounting upon you, like you just cannot get rid of it. And that nagging voice telling you you're behind, you're failing, you're not good enough, you're simply out of place. Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck living life out of order? Yeah, sometimes it happens, doesn't it? I was saying the same thing just a couple days ago. But see, this is the thing. Comparison is a silent peace thief. It steals your peace. And when you measure your messy, nonlinear reality against others' carefully curated timelines and highlight reels, because they have to have this app and this app to make everything look beautiful, you ignite stress, judgment, and paralysis. Yep, you're like, welcome to my world. And then you start thinking, I should be further along than I am now. I'm failing because my progress isn't as clean. It's not as fast. My house is a disaster zone. I don't have even one Christmas tree up, and my girlfriends have 12. What is happening? But life rarely, if ever, unfolds in neat rows like we want it to. It's not about rolling out everything, right? Have you ever made homemade cinnamon rolls? I have. And when you make them and, oh man, the dough is just like, oh, it's ooey gooey, wonderful. And oh, it's messy too, but when you eat them, it's like mouth watering. In fact, my mouth is watering right now thinking about it. But you roll it into this big, huge, long log and you want to have this knife and you just slice through it. And you want to make them all so evenly cut all the way along on this nice little row. But life doesn't look like that for us. We want it to sometimes. We want it just to have it all add up. We want it to be neatly aligned. But no, like Lou Holtz says, it's not the load that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. Your life's load, your struggles, your wins, your pace, they're all unique to you. And trying to bear it under the weight of others' expectations or their schedules doesn't just crush your confidence, it steals your joy and it robs you of your peace. The journey is yours alone to take, and how it folds into the order that you're supposed to do it is exactly how it should be. If you're a believer, as I am, Matthew 11 verses 28 through 30 says this, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." My friend, this isn't a call to competition or perfection. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to rest, an invitation to accept your season and to stop proving your worth based on external timelines. Stop sitting there measuring yourself up to everybody else, online, offline, down the street, up the road, across to another state even, maybe across the pond. What is it for you? What has you stuck in comparison? What has you stuck in competition saying, I have to be this way? It may have nothing to do with the holidays. It may be something at work. It may be something at home with your kids. Maybe something with your mom or your dad. Could be something with your spouse. How do you live life out of order and still move forward? Well, you got to live out of order. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. That out, O-U-T, yeah, that's it. Living out of order isn't a setback. It's just a different rhythm. It's your rhythm. It's unique to you. You get to set up the framework on how you move. You know, one of the things I have learned in being a small business and in ministry and figuring everything out is that, you know what? I don't do it like everybody else does. In fact, yeah, I guess I just have my own little Christiane touch. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, some of the things that I've done actually have really worked. Other things, question mark. But you live and learn. And I don't get stuck as to where I failed. And it's not just failure, it's learning. It's not a failure when you're learning. It might be a mistake or wait, it just didn't turn out like you thought it would. But that doesn't mean it's all wrong. I mean, let me tell my sister here a minute. So we've got Thanksgiving, right? Well, she's over across the oceans and she's fixing her Thanksgiving, and she texts my mom and is asking her about Jell-O and it's setting up and all of this. And she does all these different Jell-O salads and all this, and she's great at them. But for whatever reason, this Jell-O is not working. She's like, what am I doing wrong? So she was picking my mom's brain going, what can it be? What can it be? And sometimes it's just what it is, right? We have our own rhythm. And so she had to throw out the Jell-O. It wasn't any good. All right, well, Jell-O is different than your life. You don't just throw out your life because it doesn't match up to somebody else's. But that's what we end up doing because we look at the highlight reels. We go next door, we drive around the neighborhood, or we go visit over the holidays and we're like, oh my goodness, they've got it all together. What is my problem? Maybe your problem is you're looking at everybody else and not really focused on the privacy of your own four walls. What's in your home? What's in your heart? God's given you a framework for a reason, to own your pace and to reclaim your peace. So you got to live out, O-U-T, of order. What does that look like? Well, let's break it down. O, own your story. Stop comparing. Seriously. You know, one thing I was talking to my kiddos about Christmas, I'm like, you know what? We're not doing Christmas gifts. Now, mom and dad, we get a pass. We can do whatever we want. But as our kids have gotten older, when they need something or it's something we could help them with, we take care of it then. And so Christmas kind of for us is all year round. It's not a day or a week or a time in the year. It's, do you need something? And sometimes it's a set of tires. Sometimes it's repairing a car. Sometimes it's a new battery, or maybe it's new dishware, cookware, maybe it's new towels, whatever it is. Sometimes it's tickets somewhere because, well, they just need to do that. And right now the funds are a little tight, so they ask mom and dad. Nothing wrong with that. But we don't have to wait to Christmas to give it to them when in the moment they need it then, right? So stop comparing. Your path with all its twists, messiness, and detours is yours and yours alone. Write down what you've overcome and what only you can bring to the table. You have so much to give. And ownership of your unique journey silences the voice of judgment and it fuels confidence. That confidence is what you want bubbling up. You want it bubbling over. That where when you make a decision, it's like, oh, I got this. It may feel a little weird, but yet at the same time, it feels good. But guess what? You've got to own your story. And then you unplug from the noise. Disconnect from feeds and vibes that trigger comparison or self-doubt. You don't need any extra noise that you really don't need to deal with, right? So create a daily ritual to check in with yourself. Maybe you need to journal or meditate or simply breathe. And this will help clear the mental clutter so your decisions come from clarity and not chaos. So many times we are just caught up in the busyness, and the hustle and bustle is great. Let me tell you, I enjoy it. I went out shopping, not for Black Friday, not for any of that craziness. I just went out to enjoy some time, went with my mom, and we just kind of went to a couple stores and did some basic shopping, not anything major or crazy. And it wasn't too bad. And I enjoy some of the waiting in line and watching people and what they're doing and what they're looking for. It's kind of like all these pieces to a puzzle of their life that I just get to see in motion. But the thing was, it wasn't about all the stuff and like, oh, wait, I got to do what they're doing. It was just, no, this fuels me and doesn't subtract from me. But man, when we got tired, we were like, no, we're going to go take a break. And we went home. We were done. We watched some football. So own your story, unplug from the noise, and then finally, trust your timing and God's. Ignore the pressure to catch up. Seriously. Because you know what? You're always going to try to catch up. I know I've been down that road. In fact, I had this conversation with myself about 3 days ago. Maybe it was 4 days ago, just before Thanksgiving. So however many days ago that was. I've already lost track. But whenever it was, I was having this conversation. I'm like, you know what? I need to be doing this. Oh, wait, and I need to do this. Why haven't I done this? I was like, this is ridiculous. It's absurdity that I'm sitting here trying to fit everything in when ultimately, yes, I can move fast, but maybe not doing everything is doing what I'm supposed to do. Did you hear that? Maybe not doing everything is what I'm supposed to do. I get to live life out of order, and that's okay. It's the order of God's order, of mine, what works with me. So remind yourself that forward momentum doesn't require a straight line. You can zigzag a little bit and feel zippity, clickety clack. Everything's going to come back and you're going to just feel this, wow, right? That's when you feel like your heart's on fire for the positive. So set small, non-negotiable goals that truly honor where you are now and celebrate each one like it's a major win. Like it's an Emmy, whatever it is for you. Say, yeah, this is my thing, and I did it well. Own your story. Unplug from the noise and trust your timing and God's. My friend, December's chaos is not your enemy. It's not. Living life out of order isn't waiting for your turn either. It's owning the one you're already in. Be kind to yourself this season. And when you do that and you're looking at life and going, you know what? Yeah, living out of order, it's okay. Because it means that you're refusing to be defined by anyone else's calendar or highlight reel. My friend, you get to live your life. Don't look side to side. I mean, if you were to make a list to Santa Claus, what would you put on it? Oh, I want to be like my best friend. That's boring. No one needs somebody else because you were created for greatness. So walk in that. Take the one step at a time that will lead to your miles of greatness. Shift your mindset from judgment to acceptance and watch your peace grow. Your story matters. So look at it and be kind to yourself. Look at it through the lens of love. Because living life out of order just might be the closest thing to perfection here on earth. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.